What's happening, guys? We're trying not to beat on it too much or get it muddy. It's just too nice. This is an absolutely stunning Suzuki PE250. If it looks familiar, go back on our channel a couple years ago, and we had gone through this bike, and it was purchased by a friend of Kenny's, Mr. Vernon, who unfortunately, he's a motorcycle collector and had a nice collection of bikes and passed away a few months back. So Junior ended up buying 3 bikes that we sold him and 5 bikes he had purchased also, are all pristine, show quality bikes. I don't think he put 2 miles on it since we got it. It had been a couple years, so we bought it in and took it to the next level. I'll go over the work order up top with you, but you can see it's absolutely gorgeous. We had previously repainted, had the tank, sent out the tank, and had it professionally restored and painted. The original seat cover, original exhaust system, even the original grips are intact in the headlight and headlight guard, which indicates this is an extremely low-hour bike. It is in excellent condition, probably one of the nicest lightly restored originals we've seen yet. All the bearings and the swing arm, wheels, everything is mint. It's got a beautiful new gold chain on it, works performance shocks, and we'll attach a link to the previous video where I go over everything that was done on it. We bought it back in, drained the fuel, put fresh fuel in it, cleaned out the tank, cleaned out the air filter, oiled the air filter, and changed the oil on it. And I forget what else we did. I think they repainted the motor, did some other detailing types of things, but mechanically it was pretty much exactly the way it went out of here. We just cleaned it up and took it to the next level cosmetically. Oh, one of the things I forgot about, the original fork lowers on the bike were taken off, and in the vapor blasting tank were vapor blasted, and they look absolutely stunning. They look like they just came out of the box at the factory. They matched the rims perfectly. So the finish on there was I think the clear coat was a little yellowed or something, but they saw to it to do that. So like I said, mostly detailing, some mechanical stuff, but it's just absolutely pristine. Even has the original end cap on the silencer. So bottom of the engine, frame rails, everything's mint. Low R, original, lightly restored PE250, right out of the Perone collection. So if you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. Want to go over the work order up top so you can discuss what we did this time to it? I mentioned in the other video, Kickstarter is like brand new. There's no play on it. The pegs are in mint shape. Those are wear areas that on an enduro bike that was hammered you would see. The stock exhaust on this thing, the baffle, is about 18 inches long, and it has an end tip on it. It's to pass noise tests, and that it will, but it definitely is restrictive. If you uncork it, it'll sound more like an RM250 and have a little bit more wheelie on just by cracking the throttle response. But let me go over the work order this time around, what we did to it. Originally, the bike was dismantled down to the frame and engine and refurbished from the bottom up. One of the cleanest PEs we had seen in a while. And last time around, we invested about $3,000 in restoration and preservation services. New front and rear fender, the tank was restored, new paint on the tank, new paint on the engine, 140 PSI compression, removed the carburetor for complete clean, adjust, and rebuild. The airbox and cage was clean, and a new air filter was installed. This is the last time we did it. New spark plug. The gear lube was new, did new fuel line and vent fuel lines, new drive chain, new kill switch, fixed the head and tail lights with new bulbs, put new and front and rear tires and tubes, and you can see there's literally no wear on it. I don't think Steve put 2-3 miles on it. Works performance shocks, a couple miles on it. You can see by the beat that still has the nibbles on the tires. It had the works performance shocks on it. We test rode it, we tuned it, and primed and primed it, and cleaned it up real nice. So this time around, we got the bike back. It hadn't been washed, I don't think, since it was just a little dusty from sitting in his living room. So we hot water steam cleaned it. The engine was a couple areas on the engine. The paint wasn't quite perfect, so we sanded it down and repainted the engine with the high temp black. touched up the frame a little bit. The fuel tank and fenders were waxed. The front forks were removed and vapor blasted, as I mentioned. The shock springs were touched up a little bit. The rear brake lever was lightly polished. The wheels were cleaned. The rims were polished, and the hubs were touched up black. And the seat was vinyl conditioned. We bought it through the service department. Did a compression test. Perfect, 180 psi, which is indicating the top end's in pristine condition. Oil was changed another time. The air filter was removed and re-lubed, and put a new spark plug in it, and put the T2 premix, VP T2 premix in there, race fuel. Checked all the lights, adjusted the idle, adjusted the rear brake, and the chain we had put on it last time was just a regular silver chain. We upgraded to the gold new 520 chain. So that's about it, folks. Needs nothing. Ready to show or ride. All we're going to do is give it a quick wash and roll it right back into the museum where it will be for you to pick up. We can ship it anywhere in the country, anywhere on the East Coast for somewhere around 500. West Coast, add a couple hundred. Don't worry about the shipping costs. It's not that much. No sales tax if it's shipped out of state. And it's a beautiful piece, man. Love to keep it here on the museum, in the museum on display. It's a 43-year-old classic Enduro. Just a beautiful piece. All right, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Got more coming, and God bless America.